Wait, the only woman to win the Medal of Honor during the American Civil War trained as a doctor in Iowa? Buckle up because we're firing up the Notes on Iowa time machine and heading back to November 26, 1832, when Dr. Mary Edwards Walker was born. The first and only female recipient of the Medal of Honor during the Civil War, the barrier-breaking medical professional briefly attended Bowen Collegiate Institute in Hopkinton, Iowa. Raised in New York, Mary Edwards Walker taught at a school in Minetto, New York, and eventually earned enough money to pay her way through Syracuse Medical College, where she graduated with honors as a medical doctor in 1855. She was the only woman in her class. She married a fellow medical student, a guy named Albert Miller, and she wore a short skirt with trousers underneath and refused to obey in her vows and retained her last name, all characteristic of her obstinate nonconformity. The couple later divorced before she headed west to enroll at Lenox College. Walker briefly attended Bowen Collegiate Institute, which was later named Lenox College in Hopkinton, Iowa, in 1860, until she was suspended for refusing to resign from the school's debating society, which, until she joined, had been all male. Walker volunteered at the outbreak of the American Civil War as a surgeon, first for the Army, but she was rejected because she was a woman, despite having kept a private practice for many years. She was offered the role of nurse, but declined and chose to volunteer as a surgeon for the Union Army as a civilian. The U.S. Army had no female surgeons, and at first, she was allowed to practice only as a nurse. In September of 1863, she was employed as a contract acting assistant surgeon civilian by the Army of the Cumberland, becoming the first female surgeon employed by the United States Army. On April 10, 1864, she was captured by Confederate troops and arrested as a spy just after she finished helping a Confederate doctor perform an amputation. She was sent to Castle Thunder in Richmond, Virginia, and remained there until August 12, 1864, when she was released as a part of a prisoner exchange. After the war, she was approved for the Medal of Honor for her efforts to treat the wounded in battle and across enemy lines throughout the course of the war. Notably, the award was not expressly given for gallantry in action at that time, and in fact was the only military decoration during the Civil War. Walker is the only woman to receive the medal and one of only 8 civilians to receive it. Thanks for coming along for this ride in the Notes on Iowa Time Machine with me, Dr. Kevin Mason. Where will history take us next? Follow Notes on Iowa to ensure you don't get left behind as we continue to explore Iowa's past. Thanks for watching.